What's up, Ragin Nation? How y'all doing? This is Alex Yu, and I got a couple of Avatar and James Cameron updates for you guys. James Cameron, if you don't already know, a little while back went on an expedition to go into the darkest depths of the oceans to do a little bit of research. And this research really was for inspiration for his next two Avatar sequels, Avatar 2 and 3, which are going to be filmed back to back. Recently, just a little bit over a week ago, producer Jon Landau mentioned that 20th Century Fox wants to see Avatar 2 and 3 release in as early as December 2014 and December 2015 for Avatar 3. Now, this is quite a significant amount of time when you consider when the original Avatar movie was released, and that was December 2009. What James Cameron mentioned that they want to do for Avatar 2 and 3 is they want to advance further the technology that he developed for Avatar, which is the motion capture technology and the 3D camera systems. That in itself took a long time to develop. Now what they want to do with that is take the existing technology and advance it a little further, give it a little bit of an upgrade. So ultimately what that means is that the 3D is going to look even more eye-popping and beautiful, and the CG animation is going to look even more realistic. Not only did Jon Landau mention that Avatar 2 and 3 is in the works, but an Avatar 4. Remember, a long time ago, James Cameron said that he was in the Avatar making business. Avatar 4 is coming, but the production for Avatar 4 is further down the road. And the main reason for that is because Avatar 2 and 3 is filmed back to back. Just like the Back to the Future sequels and the Matrix sequels, they're filming two movies in one sitting. It takes a longer time in terms of the principal photography, but it's a more efficient method because you only have to pay the cast and crew one time for two movies. So in other words, they're not setting up and taking down and then setting up and taking down. It's just one setup and one takedown for two movies. So obviously they're going to be saving costs and they're going to be saving time between the two releases of Avatar 2 and 3. However, because of the development of this new 3D technology and motion capture technology, and not to mention the script for both movies, Avatar 2 and 3, realistically, James Cameron sees the release of Avatar 2 at the earliest would be in December 2015, no longer 2014 as producer Jon Landau mentioned. So that would mean Avatar 2 in December 2015, Avatar 3 in December 2016. Now, when does Avatar 4 come in? Well, like I said before, with Avatar 4 being a separate production, they're going back to basics. So if they're going to work on Avatar 4 right away without a break after Avatar 3, we could probably see Avatar 4 in as far as December 2018. Now that's a long time when you really think about it, but what James Cameron wants to do, and this is very interesting, is that he wants to make Avatar 4 into a prequel. And I find this information very fascinating because this is going the George Lucas Star Wars franchise route. James Cameron actually did mention he wanted to do what Star Wars did, and that was have the first three movies go in one direction, and then the fourth movie would go back, and that would be the prequel. Now there's no word if there's going to be an Avatar 5 and 6, but if there was, that would mean like Star Wars, there would have an original trilogy and a prequel trilogy. And of course, what they would talk about in Avatar 4 is why Pandora is like the way it is in Avatar 1. And it would explore how the Na'vi and the humans got into such a feuding relationship with each other. And that I find is very interesting. I want to see this prequel happen. Of course, it's going to take a long time, but I do want to see the story unfold because it can all make sense as to the history of why the Na'vi and the humans are fighting each other and how the humans were able to find this ore, this valuable ore that they call unobtainium. So that's what we have with regards to the Avatar sequels. Now, the information doesn't stop there. James Cameron said in an interview that with regards to filming Avatar 2 and 3 back to back, he does not want to do what Matrix Reloaded did. And that was in Matrix Reloaded, the movie ends in a cliffhanger. It's not a complete movie, and it left people going, what the F? And in my opinion, didn't make any sense at all. It had some great visuals, but it wasn't a complete movie. It was one half of a movie. What James Cameron wants to do is not go the same route as Matrix Reloaded and Matrix Revolutions. Avatar 2 will have some sort of closure at the end of it, and Avatar 3 will begin like you weren't missing something. And that I think is really important to audiences because audiences do not want to feel like they've been ripped off. He said that you will know that Avatar 2 and 3 are connected in terms of the story, but each movie will end on its own. I'm really excited for all these movies, but the earliest we're going to see any of these sequels is December 2015. That's 3 years from now, and that's exactly 7 years from the original one. Now, the last little bit of information that I want to mention is more James Cameron related as opposed to Avatar related, and that after Avatar 2 and 3 are done, he wants to work on Battle Angel. The Battle Angel movie is based off an anime of the same name, and that could be after Avatar 4 or it could be after Avatar 3. Nobody knows yet, but it is a movie that he hasn't dismissed. He did say he wanted to make this movie, but first he wants to get the first 2 Avatar sequels out of the way. The big question is whether or not he's going to make Avatar 4 or Battle Angel after the first 2 sequels. Which movie do you guys want to see first, Battle Angel or another Avatar? I want to see more Avatar. I thought it was a very groundbreaking and spectacular film in terms of the whole visual aspect of it. The storytelling was decent. A lot of people say it wasn't original, but that doesn't mean it wasn't a bad story. And I want to see more of Pandora. One thing that was so great about Avatar, in my opinion, was that James Cameron did such a great job in transporting us into that planet in terms of the story, the characters, and of course the 3D technology. It brought us into Pandora and away from planet Earth. I felt like I was in the movie, and that is the exact feel that he wanted for the audience, and he succeeded in doing that. And when Avatar 2 and 3 and 4 come out, he's gonna do it again and even better. And that's all the news I have for you in this James Cameron Avatar update. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you have Facebook, like the Ragin Nation Facebook page, and we can engage in some movie discussion. If you have Twitter, follow me on Twitter at Ragin Nation if you want to see some exclusive Ragin Nation Twitter content. My name is Alex Yu, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace. And it was just as fun, if not more fun, to watch than Spider-Man 2, which is also a great movie. So I have to put The Amazing Spider-Man at number 3. Now we're getting close to number